of these practices, start following it from tomorrow. Then we introduced the second detox technique called diet detox to know how you can detox your body with the right foods. So what is the first component of diet detox which we discussed? Yes, having early dinner. So what are the benefits of having early dinner? If you eat dinner early, you are going to give a lot of cleansing hours to your body that will help your body to clean out from inside. And we have seen the benefits of having early dinner. It allows the body to digest the food more efficiently, and it helps cleanse the digestive system and eliminate all the toxins during the entire night. Right? How many of you started following this early dinner? Type ED in the chat box. Okay. Then we discussed about three options of early dinner: having fruit dinner, option 2 having vegetable dinner, and option 3 having oatmeal with chia seeds or 1 cup of curd rice, right? So what is the second component of diet detox? Yes. So we discussed about the importance of including whole foods and reducing the dependency on refined foods. Then what is left in the diet detox? How many of you are excited like this for the next detox technique, which we are going to discuss today? Okay, great. So before start discussing, let's do a small mindful practice. I want everyone to close your eyes gently. Sit straight, everyone. Spine erect. Be relaxed. I want you to gently close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. And breathe in deeply and breathe out deeply. Take another deep breath. And I want you to gently open your eyes. Type in the chat box, how are you feeling? Okay, let's come back to the session. Today we are going to discuss about one of the biggest mistakes we are making with respect to breakfast, which is the biggest contributor for acidity and digestive problems for most of the people. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Imagine you bought a new car. What are the things you need to do to drive the car or to keep the car in proper condition? If car has to start, it needs fuel like petrol or diesel, depending upon the type of the car, right? If it is petrol car, you need to fill the petrol. Diesel car, you need to fill the diesel, right? So you need to fill the fuel first to start the car. But is that enough? No. For your car to run properly without overheating the engine, it needs engine oil, right? Car needs proper engine oil to run smoothly and to avoid overheating. But is that enough? No. What else car needs? It needs enough air in the tires, right? For better mileage, you have to make sure that your car's tires have the right amount of air so the wheels can run smoothly, right? So these are the things a car needs to run smoothly. You have to provide the fuel, and you have to fill the right engine oil, and you have to fill the air in the tires to run smoothly, right? What if you are filling only fuel every time and you are not changing the engine oil? What happens? Car still runs, but it breaks down after 3 or 4 months, right? You start seeing a lot of problems because car needs new engine oil to be filled every 4 months, right? And what if you are filling the fuel and changing the engine oil every 4 months, but there is no enough air in the tires? It runs with the friction and it gives the less mileage, right? My dear friends, you know what your car needs to run smoothly. Let me ask you, how many of you know what your body needs to run smoothly? Have you ever thought about what my body needs to live healthy? Most of us haven't. What human body needs? Human body needs balanced nutrition to live healthy, to fight infections, and to heal the diseases. Balanced nutrition means having all macronutrients and micronutrients, right? Your body needs fiber, protein, fats, and carbs to get energy to run, and it needs vitamins and minerals for some important biological functions, right? My dear friends, your body does not understand the language of roti, chapati, naan, paratha, biryani, palak paneer, chana masala, samosa, pani puri, pav bhaji, idli, dal makhani, gulab jamun, jalebi. Your body understands the food only in the language of nutrients, right? So the most unfortunate thing is nobody taught us this knowledge in schools, in college, or in media, nor in our workplace, not even in the hospitals, right? Let's understand how your car needs petrol or diesel to start. Your body needs carbs to give you energy and to do the day-to-day activities. How your car needs engine oil to run smoothly, your body needs protein and healthy fats to build immunity to protect you from all the illnesses. How your car needs air in its tires to give the better mileage, your body needs vitamins and minerals to feel the vitality, to improve the concentration, and to have the great intelligence and better at decision making, and to get healing from all the diseases, right? Unfortunately, in the modern lifestyle, we have been consuming only carbohydrates in many different forms, particularly through refined grains, right? Everything we are eating, be it breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, sweets, bakery items, or when we eat at the restaurant, everything, 365 days, we are eating only carbohydrates in different forms. My dear friends, the modern diet which we are eating contains low protein, low fats, low fiber, low in essential vitamins and minerals, but high in carbohydrates, right? Instead of balancing all the nutrients, we are giving only one nutrient. It is like this. We are filling the petrol, that is carbohydrates, but we are not providing the engine oil, that is healthy fats and proteins, and we are not providing enough air in the tires, that is essential vitamins and minerals. This is the reason why our body is not running smoothly. This is the reason why most of us are always having one or the other health issues. My dear friends, this is the reason why we are always having low immunity and lack of natural healing, leading to depending on the doctors and medicines. We are just surviving with the fuel. We are not providing the other nutrients to thrive. Let's understand the importance of each nutrient. Let's start with the most important nutrient, that is protein. Protein is the building block of our body. Imagine if your body is like a house, protein is like bricks, right? Can you build a house without bricks? Not possible, right? Because cement cannot stand strong without bricks. Likewise, our muscles, organs, skin, even hair, everything is made up of protein, right? Without enough protein, your body is like a weak structure. If you build a house with weak bricks, what happens? Building collapses, right? Similarly, if you don't give enough protein to your body becomes weak, because protein is the most important building block in our body. And protein is most important not only to build and grow the body, but it is very important to repair the tissues and organs in the body, right? For an example, if there is an injury happens, we need protein to repair and regenerate the cells. And not only that, protein is needed to produce certain important enzymes in the body. And taking protein feels more satiety. That means you feel full for a very long time after eating the food, so that you don't overeat, right? My dear friends, in short, protein is important to keep your body strong, healthy, and able to repair itself. So lack of protein in diet can lead to a lot of illnesses and health issues. So the first one is lack of protein leads to muscle weakness. So lack of protein in a diet can lead to muscle weakness and muscle loss, and it leads to feeling of weakness. If you see people who don't take enough protein in the diet, they look weak physically and mentally. And if you don't take protein in the diet, what happens is your immune system will have low response to the infections, right? Because proteins are crucial for immune system response to infections in our body. So protein deficiency can result in increased chances of infections. That is the reason why people who don't take enough protein, they always get one or the other infections like cold, cough, fevers, right? And low protein intake leads to hair, skin, and nail problems, right? How many of you here are suffering from hair loss or hair fall? So many of you, right? Because protein is essential for healthy hair, because hair is primarily made up of keratin, which is a protein. So lack of protein in the diet weakens the roots of our hair and slow its growth, that leads to hair fall. So ensuring enough protein in the diet supports the strong, healthy hair, and it reduces the hair fall. So protein is vital for skin health, right? Lack of protein can lead to dull skin, dry skin, and premature aging, right? People who don't take protein in their diet, they look much elder than their age. So adequate protein intake promotes glowing skin, right? And what happens when you skip protein in the breakfast? People who don't take protein in the breakfast, what happens? Dear friends, let's understand. In India, many of us have grown up eating carbohydrate dense breakfasts like parathas, dosa, idli, roti, breads, right? If you go to North India, so most of your breakfast would be parathas, poha, puri with sabji, chole bhature. And from south of India, if you are from south, you eat idli, dosa, upma, pongal, vada. West of India, dokla, misal pav, poha. And if you are from east of India, so luchi with aloo sabji and pantabad. So while these foods are culturally significant, but relying only on carbs in the morning is one of the root causes of widespread digestive issues like acidity, bloating, constipation, and metabolic issues like obesity, diabetes, blood pressure, thyroid, PCOD, and having low immunity, and so on. So what happens when you skip protein in the breakfast? First thing is you feel rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes. When you eat foods that are carb rich in the breakfast in the morning, what happens is these carbs quickly break down into glucose and causing blood sugar to spike immediately. And shortly after that, because your insulin levels are surged, that leads to crash. That is the reason why people who eat carb rich breakfast in the morning, what happens is after 3 hours, 3.5 hours, they feel fatigue and they crave for more food and they overeat later in the day, right? So that is the reason why you have to include protein in the diet. When you include protein in the morning breakfast, what happens is you don't feel that spikes and crashes in your energy levels, right? Because your energy is sustained and you don't feel much hungry during the day. And the second thing that happens if you don't have protein is having digestive issues, because protein plays a crucial role in supporting the enzymes that help break down the food, right? Without it, the digestion may be sluggish and leading to bloating, acidity, and constipation. And lack of protein leads to hormonal imbalances, because protein is the vehicle that trigger the production of lot of hormones in the body, and lack of protein can lead to hormonal dysregulation, so it causes weight gain, PCOS, thyroid issues. So that is why people who are suffering from any of these hormonal issues, right, one of the main reason is they don't take protein properly, because if you don't take protein, hormones will not be secreted in your body properly. So to secrete the hormones at the right time in right quantity in your body, you need protein, right? And what are the sources of protein in your diet? In other words, what are the foods you need to take to fulfill the requirements of daily protein? If you are a vegetarian, these are the major sources of protein, right? Try to include these in every meal to provide enough for the body. What are those? Number one, dals and beans, and then soy and soy products, and then you can include certain dairy products, and finally nuts and seeds, right? These are the foods that are rich in protein. So let's see one by one. Let's look at dals. right? If you see the tur dal, widely used in Indian cuisines, because most of us consume dal in most of our meals, right? But the problem is quantity. When you cook it and add all the salt and spices, we end up eating very less in real dal in quantity, and we get the less protein. So take for an example, if you take 100 grams of tur dal, after cooking it contains hardly 10 grams of protein, right? So we eat around 40 to 50 grams of dal, which means we are not even getting 5 grams of protein out of 25 to 30 grams of requirement in each meal, right? That is the reason why most of the people, even though they eat dal, right, on a daily basis or regularly, still they don't get the enough protein because of quantity. And number two, moong dal. Moong dal is a very good source of protein and very easy to digest. And it produces very less gas when compared to other dals, right? For most of the people, when they eat tur dal, they feel gassy, right? So that is why I want you to switch to moong dal. If you feel gassy, just use the moong dal in place of tur dal wherever possible. So you'll feel less gassy and it is easily digested and it gives more protein than tur dal, right? And then if you see the urad dal, right? So if you are a person from South India, so you use a lot of urad dal for making idli, dosa, vada, right? But again, you end up eating more rice and less urad dal. That's why most of you have protein deficiency. You are not eating much protein. Ultimately, you are eating the carbohydrate. That is why it is very important to increase the quantity of urad dal, right? And then chana dal also contains a lot of protein. So majority of these dals contain protein. The problem is we don't take much in quantity because of the process of cooking we do. So that is why it is very important to make sure that you eat dals in high quantity by reducing salt and spices and oils, right? And the next one is beans. Most of these beans which you are seeing contains a lot of protein. If you take kidney beans, rajma, very good source of protein, and black eyed peas, lobia, right? Very good source of protein. And the most important thing is soya beans, right? Soya beans contains lot of protein. And then green peas, right? These are some of the good sources of protein. You can include them at least in one of your meal. And the next one is soy, right? Soy is the highest protein rich food out of all the legumes which we have seen, right? These are some products of soy you can use to get the protein intake. Number one, tofu, right? Tofu is like paneer, which is made out of soy. With the soy milk, they make the tofu. So tofu is one of the good source to get the enough protein, right? You can include tofu in a daily meal. And number two is soy chunks, which we call it as meal maker in India, right? So there are certain parts of India where meal maker is they'll take as a regular meal, right? But in most parts, most people don't take it. But this is also good source of protein. And then soy milk, right? Soy milk also contains good amount of protein. But the problem with the soy is 90% of the soya is genetically modified and creating hormonal problems for the women. That is why I don't want this to be your number one source of protein. It should be the last preference, right? It should be the last priority when it comes to fulfill the protein intake. So use other options, and only if you do not have any other options, then only try to get this source. Particularly women, I don't recommend to use the soy products, right? Because most of them have these hormonal imbalances because of the soy, right? And then dairy. So milk, curd, paneer, and cheese. All these contains protein. Out of all these things, paneer contains good amount of protein, right? If you are someone who is a vegetarian and you want to include protein in every meal, so you can use paneer as a part of a meal in a day, right? Maybe 100 grams, 150 grams of paneer can be taken so that you can actually get 15 to 20 grams of protein. And you can use cheese as well. One slice of cheese is good. But when it comes to milk, I don't prefer milk to get the protein because the protein quantity in the milk is very, very less. So try to reduce the consumption of milk or try to eliminate the milk, right? Only if you have genuine milk, right? from the genuine source, you can take, otherwise just leave the milk. And you can take the curd, right? Curd is a good source of protein, as well as it contains some good bacteria for your gut. And then nuts. Nuts are the excellent source of quality protein for humans, right? Peanuts. Peanuts contain highest protein among any other nuts which you see, right? Every 100 grams of peanuts contains 25 grams of protein, right? So that is why it is a very good source of protein. Try to include peanuts in your daily life in whatever the form possible, right? Because these are not much expensive and you get lot of protein. So always have some soaked nuts, maybe soaked peanuts available in home, so that whenever you feel hungry, you can have them, right? And then almonds, cashews, and pista are also very good source of protein, right? You can take any one of these on a daily basis, or at least twice, thrice in a week, to get the protein requirement. And the next one is seeds, right? Seeds are the highest protein rich foods among all the foods available that contain protein, right? Most people don't know it. So seeds like pumpkin seeds, watermelon seeds, and sesame seeds contains 30 to 35 grams of protein out of 100 grams, right? One of the highest quality protein you get from the seeds. So seeds not only contain protein, but also very rich in healthy fats and other important minerals, right? So these are the sources of protein for vegetarian food. So far we discussed about the sources from vegetarian foods. And if you are someone who is vegetarian, that means you can eat eggs, you can make eggs part of your meal to get enough protein, right? You can take 2 eggs in every meal to get the protein requirement, because in each meal you need to have at least 20 grams of protein, right? Doesn't matter whether it is breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whatever you eat, your first requirement should be you should have at least 20 grams of protein. That is the requirement. So if you take 2 eggs in every meal, it is going to give you around 14 to 15 grams of protein. So that is sufficient to make sure that you get the enough protein for that particular meal, right? And you can take up to 6 eggs in a day without any problem with yellow, right? I repeat, you can take 2 eggs in every meal, and you can take up to 6 eggs in a day without any problem with yellow, right? Because there is a very big misconception around the eggs, right? If you eat eggs, you will get cholesterol, you will get heart problems. My dear friends, that's a very big misconception. I'll discuss about it in depth in the upcoming sessions. And you can eat either the eggs in either boiled egg format, or you can use the scrambled eggs, or you can use eggs in the form of omelette, okay? And if you are a non-vegetarian, you can include chicken and fish, and try to avoid other form of meats. Any red meat should be completely avoided, especially when you are in the detox or healing phase, right? You can use only these two sources, and you can include these two either 2 or 3 times in a week to fulfill the requirements of protein, right? And don't only depend on non-vegetarian sources for protein, right? So it should be like maximum 2 to 3 times in a week. Other days you have to include more vegetarian sources, because all these non-vegetarian sources does not have fiber, right? So that is why it is little difficult for your body to digest, but you can take it along with other things like foods that contain fiber. And some of you may have this doubt, how about protein supplements, right? If you are someone who cannot take the foods mentioned earlier because of your practical difficulties, maybe you may not be able to cook the food, or there is no one who is supporting you in the cooking, or you live outside, or for some of you, you cannot eat certain foods because you have food allergies. In that case, you can take the protein in the form of supplement, right? Either the whey protein, or you can take the plant-based protein, right? So both are good only. So, but choose a genuine brand. That is the most important thing, right? Protein supplement is not bad, but choosing the right brand, which is from genuine source, is the only thing which you need to do. And regarding the quantity, you can take 1 or 2 scoops of protein supplement a day, right? You can start with 1 scoop. And if you are someone who has a little more activity in a day, then you can take up to 2 scoops of protein to get the requirement. And So that was about protein. And let's move to the second most important nutrient, that is fats. My dear friend, fats are the most misunderstood nutrient, right? For years, fats have been blamed for weight gain and cholesterol issues. This fat phobia has led many of us to avoid fats entirely, especially in the breakfast. But did you know that lack of healthy fats in your diet can be a major contributor to digestive issues, hormonal issues, metabolic disorders, and nutritional deficiencies? Right? I'll discuss about it. So let's understand, lack of healthy fats in your diet leads to hormonal imbalances, because fats are essential for producing the hormones, certain hormones in your body, and deficiency of this fat can disrupt the hormonal functions. So that is why it can lead to thyroid, PCOD, arthritis, diabetes, many other health issues, right? And the second most important thing is, if you don't have enough fat in your diet, your vitamins cannot be absorbed in the body, right? Vitamin absorption issues, because fats are essential to absorb the important vitamins in your body. Most people don't know it, because healthy fats are necessary for the absorption of fat soluble vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. And lack of fats can lead to deficiency of these vitamins. So if I see the blood report of you, 80 people out of 100 people will have vitamin D deficiency, right? And even if you take supplement for vitamin D, it will not improve, because it needs fat to absorb into our body. That is why people who take vitamin D supplement, even after taking it for 50 days, 100 days also, still they don't improve vitamin D levels, because you are not taking the enough fat. Taking healthy fats is also very important when it comes to improving the vitamin D, vitamin B12 levels. So if you are deficient of any of these vitamins, you start taking vitamin supplements, but still it does not work, because you have to take the healthy fats in your diet, right? And the third one is low healing power. If you don't take healthy fats in your diet, you will always have low healing power, right? And let's see the consequences of skipping healthy fats in breakfast. Number one, you will end up having digestive issues. So people who don't take healthy fats will get a lot of digestive issues, because digestion becomes sluggish, leading to bloating, constipation, and nutritional deficiencies, right? And number two, blood sugar imbalance. If you are someone who does not take enough healthy fats in your diet, what happens is you will end up taking excess carbs in your diet. So these excess carbohydrates actually create rapid blood spikes and then crashing, so that leading to energy dips. So that is why a lot of people who end up eating only carbohydrates and less in fat end up having cravings, lot of cravings, and they end up overeat in a day. And the last one is brain fog and poor cognitive function. Your brain is made up of 70% fat, right? A diet low in healthy fats can impair the cognitive functions and causing forgetfulness, lack of focus, brain fog. In short, if you are someone who does not take like healthy fats in your diet, right, most likely you will be having a lot of issues relating to your mood, focus, and mental health issues. So what are the best sources of having proteins? So the best source of proteins for vegetarians are having nuts and seeds and cooking oils and coconut related products, dairy and avocado. Let's discuss one by one. So if you see the nuts, right? So these are the nuts which contains healthy fats. Number one is walnuts. Walnuts have the highest healthy fats out of any food in this world, right? Walnuts contains around 70 to 75% fat, that is healthy fats. That is why it is very much recommended to take walnuts. If you can take it on a daily basis, you can take 2 almonds a day, or at least take almonds once in every 2 days, once in every 3 days, to get the fat requirement, healthy fats requirement. And then almonds also very rich in healthy fats, and it has a lot of other nutrition as well. And cashews have good amount of healthy fats. So these are the nuts which have lot of healthy fats. In fact, all the nuts have fat, even peanuts and other nuts. But these are the three nuts which contains most of the fat along with other nutrition. And if you can see the seeds, seeds are also very rich in healthy fats. Sunflower seeds, flax seeds, and chia seeds contain lot of healthy fats, and along with that, they have this omega-3 fats. So that is very, very important for your brain function, right? So that is why try to include any of these seeds on a daily basis, maybe one seed a day. Try to include it in your meals. And number three, cooking oils, because oils are nothing but fat, right? So you may have heard many times that avoid unhealthy fats, right? So what is the unhealthy fats? The commercial cooking oils which you use that contains a lot of chemicals, right? That is unhealthy fats, right? Whereas if you take the cold pressed oils, right? If you get the oil from the cold press unit anywhere near you, or nowadays you can get cold pressed oils very easily, right? So if you get the cold pressed oil, that is the healthy fats. So that's why replace your commercial cooking oils which you are buying from the supermarkets, right? Replace it with cold pressed oils. And then one of the good source of healthy fats is coconut. Coconut is an extraordinary food given by the nature that contains a lot of healthy fats. So use fresh coconut in your daily life as far as possible, right? You can eat coconut giri, that means coconut chunks, or you can use it in cooking as well, right? If you are someone who is suffering from any digestive issues, switch to cold pressed coconut oil for the next 3 months. That will improve your digestive health, because coconut oil contains a compound called medium chain fatty acids that helps in reducing the inflammations and healing the gut lining. That is why for the next 3 months, 4 months, we would recommend you to switch to cold pressed coconut oil till you reverse your gut related issues or acidity, bloating, constipation, and any of these issues, right? And then the next category is dairy, right? Out of these things, paneer is a very good source of healthy fats. Try to include it whenever possible, right? Paneer is a very good source of healthy fats for a vegetarian. And the second one is ghee, right? You can take 1 or 2 tablespoons of ghee every day without worry, but only if it is a genuine ghee from genuine source, because most of the commercial ghee which you buy from supermarkets are not genuine ghee, right? They are chemically made ghee in factories. So in that case, avoid ghee, right? It is better to completely avoid ghee if you don't find the genuine source, right? And the next one is butter. You can take one slice of butter to get a healthy fats. And the next one is avocado, right? Avocado is an excellent source of healthy fats, but if you have the availability, try to have it at least twice or thrice a week. If you do not have the availability of avocado in your area, don't worry, use other options, because avocados are very rare. You may not find it very easily. Maybe if you are living in some metro cities, you can find it. And the next category is eggs. So if you are someone who eat eggs, so eggs are also very good source of healthy fats. That's why including eggs in every meal can fulfill your protein and fat requirements at the same time, right? And then if you are a non-vegetarian, again, you need to use either chicken or fish. Both are good sources of fats. But when you cook it with too much oil and spices, then it becomes unhealthy fats, right? That's why make sure to cook it with healthy ingredients. So we are done with the fat. So far we are discussed about protein and fat. Now the next one is the most important nutrient which many of the people ignore is fiber, right? Fiber is an important nutrient for the human body for two reasons. Number one, fiber helps the food move through the intestinal tract very easily and quickly. In other words, it helps to have a clear and complete bowel movement. Only people who take fiber in their food or fiber rich foods, they will have clear and clean bowel movement, right? One of the reason for having these issues like constipation and piles, fissures, right, and feeling fatigue, all these things, one of the main reason is people are not taking the enough fiber, right? In a modern diet, we have been taking all the refined grains and refined food, packaged food. All these foods are actually lack of fiber. So that is why it is very, very important to include fiber rich foods, at least one or two fiber rich foods in your diet. And fiber is food for good bacteria in your gut, right? So that is responsible to produce certain important vitamins and other important nutrients in the body. So that is why people who don't take enough fiber, they end up losing good bacteria in their gut. That is why they have a lot of gut related problems, right? And lack of fiber in the food leads to digestive disorders like constipation, and over a period of time it could lead to IBS, piles, fissures, fistula, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. All these are the consequences of lack of fiber in the food. And number two, lack of fiber can lead to heart diseases because fiber helps in regulate the cholesterol levels in your body, right? So if you don't take fiber, what happens? These cholesterols will be building up and leads to blockage of the arteries of the wall, and it can lead to heart attacks. So that is why if you take enough fiber in the food, you will not have a possibility of heart blockages and heart related issues. And the third one is blood sugar fluctuations, right? Fiber helps maintain the blood sugar levels stable, right? So if you are someone who does not take fiber, who always take refined grains, what happens? Your sugar levels will shoot up and you will end up becoming diabetic, or it can lead to blood pressure, thyroid, PCOD, and all these issues, right? So that is why if you can include more fiber in your diet, you will end up having managed sugar levels. So you will be able to manage all these issues, or you can prevent all these issues in the future. So the best source of fiber, in other words, fiber rich foods. What are those? These are the four categories of fiber rich foods. Number one, fruits. Number two, vegetables, all vegetables. Number three, nuts and seeds. Even the nuts and seeds contains good amount of fiber, right? And then whole grains, right? If you take any grain which is whole, you will have fiber, right? So these are the good sources of fiber, and that is the reason why I want you to reduce or eliminate the intake of refined foods, because anything which is refined means it is lack of fiber. That's it. They are removing the fiber part and they are only keeping that starchy part which is carbohydrate. That is the reason why try to include whole foods, right, and get rid of refined foods. So my dear friends, if you have observed, all these years we did not pay enough attention to other nutrients, right? We have been eating only carbohydrates in different forms, right? Every food we are eating in the breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, when you go out, cakes, right? Bakery items, everything, whatever we are eating, if you see, all of them are nothing but the products of grains, right? We are not taking care of including other nutrients, the most important nutrients like protein, fats, and fiber, and important vitamins and minerals. So that is the reason why most of us have a lot of health issues, always are having low immunity, not able to heal the diseases very easily, end up eating a lot of medicines, right? If you can understand this one thing, if you can understand how to balance your meal, how to include all the nutrients, right, then you will be able to live a healthy life. You don't have to run behind any medicines and any doctor, right? So that is why I want you to understand this. Let's understand the impact of grains on digestion. Why people who consume more grain related foods, right, more foods that are made out of grains, they end up having digestive issues. So grains, especially the refined ones, are high in carbohydrates that will ferment in the gut, and they produce a lot of gas and they cause bloating, right? So this fermentation of food can increase the probability of acidity, leading to discomfort like acid reflux and other digestive discomfort, right? In short, the more grains you eat, the more chances of acidity and digestive problems, right? And many grains such as wheat contain gluten, right? Atta, most of the people who eat chapati, roti, right, bread in their main meal, so they end up having this acidity and bloating problems more because of having a compound called gluten. So this wheat contains a compound called gluten, which irritates the gut lining and leads to sensitivity, and it will damage the gut lining. So that is why people who have this gluten intolerance, what happens is they cannot tolerate majority of the foods. Certain foods they eat, they feel discomfort, they feel bloated, right? They don't feel good, and it will not be digested very easily. That is why it is very, very important to remove the gluten foods from your diet, right? Especially people from north of India and west of India. So they have wheat in every meal, right? So most of them have this kind of issue called gluten intolerance. So that is why just check it for yourself. If you are gluten intolerant, if you are someone who cannot feel comfort after eating these foods, then you need to completely get rid of the gluten, and you can add gluten free foods like grains in the gluten free is millets. You can add millets because millets are gluten free, and you can add quinoa, or you can use the rice, because if you see the gluten quantity in rice is very minimal, right? When it comes to millets and quinoa, no gluten. So that help you to reduce these symptoms. So for some days, maybe for another 3 4 months, if you can eat the gluten free grains, then you will see less acidity and less bloating. And grains can be heavy to digest, and grains require more stomach acid, right, to digest. So that is why in the morning, if you eat only grains in the breakfast, this extra stomach acid can overburden the digestive system, leading to discomfort like acidity and bloating. So start the day with the lighter and easily digestible foods that can be digested, so that it can improve your gut health. So finally, my dear friends, excess grain consumption is the common trigger for increased acidity and digestive problems for most of the people, right? So then what's the solution? How many of you would like to know the solution? You understood the problem, right? What is the solution? The solution is we have to include protein and fats in our diet, especially in the breakfast. That is the first meal of the day, right? So let's understand the role of healthy fats and protein. If you include healthy fats and protein in the breakfast, what happens? So when you eat balanced meal, particularly foods contain more of fats and protein, that will trigger or that will reduce the imbalance of stomach acids, right? And number two, healthy fats and protein helps reduce the spikes in the stomach acid, particularly spikes in your sugar levels. So throughout the day, you feel satiety, you will have less cravings, and you don't overeat. And then taking protein and fat helps in repairing the gut lining, right? If you take foods that are rich in fat and protein, there are certain nutrients that will help your stomach lining to get repaired over a period of time, right? Healthy fats, especially omega 3s, can help you reduce the inflammation in your gut lining, and it can start healing your gut lining. So how to include proteins and fats in your diet? Simple. Including nuts, seeds, and dry fruits can provide healthy fats and protein in your diet, especially in the breakfast. And it can help you to reverse all the health issues, and it help you to live healthy life. So let's see. These are some of the nuts and seeds you can use on a daily basis, right? To include more protein and fats. If you see almonds, walnuts, cashews, these are the three nuts you can use on a daily basis, right? And you can use chia seeds and flax seeds. And if you can see, you can use any of these dry fruits like raisins, which means kismis, or figs, means anjeer, or apricots, or dates. These are the dry fruits which you can use, right, on a daily basis to give little taste to the nuts and seeds, right? Because nuts and seeds does not have any taste, right? Especially nuts at least have certain taste, but when it comes to seeds, it does not have any taste. So to make it tastier, you can use a bit of dry fruits. And what is the best breakfast options? Food that supports the digestive health and minimize acidity. How many of you would like to know what is the best breakfast option for you for the next few weeks, right? To reduce the acidity, bloating, constipation, and to improve your overall health, right? My dear friends, the best breakfast option is eating grain-free breakfast, which means eating breakfast that does not contain any grains, or which means less carbohydrates. So let's understand one simple principle. Any day, if you are starting the meal, start with a water-rich fruit. Fruit like papaya, watermelon, muskmelon, any of these water-rich fruits, if you start with that, what happens is all these unwanted stomach acids will be diluted, and you will end up having less bloating, less digestive discomfort throughout the day, right? And let's see what are the breakfast options, right? So the first option is taking a fruit, any one of these fruits out of all these fruits, right? These are the fruits which are very good to take early in the morning, right? So let's see the three options you can have. Option one, you can take just any one fruit out of all these fruits, right? That is the first option. By doing that, you will reduce the acidity, bloating, all these things, and you will lose certain weight as well. If you are someone who is overweight, you want to lose unwanted fat, you can take this option. And second option, right? If you are someone who cannot sustain with one fruit, you can take any combination of two or three fruits out of all these fruits, right? And the third option, people who really want to reduce acidity, bloating, and any of these health issues, and who want to have good nutrition early in the morning, you can use the third option, that is nut seed smoothie, right? You can make a smoothie and you can enjoy it, right? So in option number three, there are two options. Option one, you can take the soaked nuts and seeds, right? You can take 4 to 8 almonds or 2 to 4 walnuts. You can soak it overnight. And number two, you can take dates or raisins, little handful of raisins. You can soak all these things and you can eat it early in the morning, right? By doing that, you are actually giving your body right balanced nutrition in the form of fats, protein, vitamins, and minerals, all the essential minerals, right? So option number one, you can have one fruit along with that, these soaked nuts and seeds. That is your breakfast option. So try different nuts and seeds, because certain nuts and seeds can be suitable for certain people, right? Because some of us may have little sensitivity towards certain nuts and seeds, but don't worry, it will, like, you will not get any kind of issues. But all you need to do is just experiment with different nuts, whatever the nuts, seeds, or dry fruits is suitable for you, right? You can continue that. And the second option is nuts smoothie, right? So you can make a good smoothie and you can enjoy it like this early in the morning. It will give a lot of nutrition and it will reduce the acidity, bloating, constipation, and any of these digestive issues. In fact, it will help you to live a healthy life and it will reduce the cravings, right? So how to make the smoothie? Very easy. First, you will have a base. Base means any fruit or vegetable that contains more water, right? Fruits like banana, papaya, or apple. You can take any one fruit out of these things, or you can take vegetables, beetroot or spinach, right? Any of these vegetables that contains water, right? Water-rich fruits or water-rich vegetable. You can take one or two to make sure that your smoothie will get like, to get the smoothie consistency. You are using that. And number two, fat. Obviously, nuts or seeds, right? You can use either almonds, walnut, cashew, or you can use seeds like pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, watermelon seeds, right? You can use any of these seeds because these nuts and seeds contain protein and fats, right? By doing this, you are giving your body the nutrition it needs. These are the two most important things to make the smoothie, and it is, these two are optional, right? If you want to make it little sweeter, because this particular smoothie does not contain any taste, right? It tastes normal. If you want to make it much tastier, or if you want to make it sweeter, you can use any natural sweetness like dates, figs, which means anjeer, or raisins, kismis, right? You can use any one of these things to make your smoothie more tastier and sweeter. And you can add flavors. If you want, you can add flavors like cinnamon, little cinnamon powder, little bit, or you can use little bit of ginger, or you can use mint. If you have mint, you can just add little bit of mint leaves. So these are just to make sure that adding little flavor, right? So this is by adding all these things, right? Just put it in the mixer and just mix it, so you will get a wonderful smoothie out of it. Okay, very easy, anybody can make it, so it does not take much time. All you need to do is soak the nuts and seeds in the previous day night. In the morning when you wake up, just take the nuts and seeds, add one or two fruits, and add sweetener, and just make a wonderful smoothie out of it, so that you will end up getting this wonderful smoothie. You can just enjoy it. So if you are someone who is diabetic, try to avoid sweet fruits like banana, mango, or chiku. right? These are the three fruits you have to completely avoid, because these fruits are like sugar, natural sugar rich fruits. So try to avoid that, and you can use the natural, like sugarless fruits like papaya, guava, pear, apple. These are suitable for you. And let's understand one thing. If you are using any nuts, seeds or dry fruits anytime, maybe to eat directly or to use it in a smoothie, understand you have to soak it for minimum 3 to 4 hours, right? You can soak it up to 8 to 10 hours also. So maximum it should not exceed 10 hours, right? But minimum 3 to 4 hours it should be soaked, because if it is soaked it will be easily digested in your body, right? Otherwise, if it is not soaked, what happens is it is little difficult to digest. For certain kinds of people it could lead to bloating. So that is why, to get the better digestibility, better absorption, always soak your nuts, seeds, and dry fruits. Right? Sometimes you may roast it. Right? If you roast it, then you can take it. But for most of the times, if you want to use nuts, seeds, and dry fruits, always soak it. That is the better thing to do. So finally, these are the two options for you to have a great breakfast, particularly for this detox program, right? Number one, soaked nuts and dry fruits, nuts, seeds, and dry fruits. You can use it along with that, along with one fruit. You can take the soaked nuts and dry fruits and you can enjoy it. And if you are someone who want to make a smoothie, second option is nut smoothie, right? You can make a smoothie out of it. So these are the two options. And if you are someone who can eat egg, right? So all you can do is you can just add two eggs in your breakfast along with that. Or some days, if you want to change your breakfast, you don't want to eat nuts and dry fruits and seeds, you can just use eggs as your breakfast, maybe two boiled eggs or two or three scrambled eggs or omelette, right? You can use it anytime in the breakfast, because eggs contain only protein and fat, it does not contain carbohydrate. That is why you can use it anytime. So that is the session for today. And today's challenge, how many of you are ready for today's challenge? Type R in the chat box if you are ready for it. So today's challenge is, from tomorrow onwards, you need to start taking no grain breakfast. You need to try no grain breakfast for the next 10 days to get the maximum detox and to start the healing process in your body and to live healthy and happy, right? How many of you are ready for it? No grain breakfast. Wonderful, wonderful, great. And one generally asked question is, how much protein to take? Let's understand with a simple formula, right? All just calculate your ideal weight. So if you are someone who is, for an example, I'm saying if you are having a 5'5" height, right? And if you are at the age of 35 years, so your ideal weight is around 60 kgs, right? Based on that, each person has your own unique ideal weight. So if your ideal weight is 60 kgs, you need to have 60 grams. As simple as that. If your ideal weight is 50 kgs, 50 grams. If your ideal weight is 70 kgs, 70 grams. So that is how you can calculate the protein intake. That is maximum, right? Sometimes you can do 10, 15, 20 grams less. That is okay. The more activity you have during the day, if you are someone who is doing any exercise or more activity, you will have little more. If you do not have activity, you can reduce it to 30 to 40 grams a day. Okay, based on that, you just need to take. But if you are someone who want to lose weight, or you want to come out of any metabolic issues like diabetes, blood pressure, thyroid, PCOD, or any of these issues, you need to maintain the full quota of your protein. That means the more protein you take, the better it would be. And maintain minimum 20 grams of protein in each meal. As simple as that. Just and remember this one simple principle. Every time you eat meal, it could be breakfast, lunch, dinner, make sure that you have at least 20 grams of protein in each meal, right? That is the simple formula. So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great sleep, enjoy, and I want you to practice it without miss. And tomorrow morning, yoga class, don't miss it. And if you have any question, any doubt regarding today's session, just ask it in the WhatsApp. We will go through every question and we will answer. Okay. Great. See you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, Dhanush from Team Heelise. I'm going to take the Q&A. Just be online for another 30 minutes. All your questions will be addressed clearly. I want everyone to stay here in the session. Don't leave the session. If you leave the session, you will miss the important information. So kindly wait. So now I'm going to address few general question and answers which you are asking in the group. I will be explaining in a detailed way so that you won't miss a single answer. Now, how to drink water. So many people are saying that I am unable to drink 1 glass of water. So what to do? If you are unable to drink 1 glass of water, start with a half a glass. How much? Half a glass. If you're able to drink half a glass, increase it to 3 by 4, then a glass of water. Do not overburden, okay? Because so many people are complaining that I'm going for a frequent urination. This is obvious, right? If you're drinking more water, obviously you'll be going to the urination multiple times. There is no issue with that, okay? So start slowly, have sip by sip, and how to drink. I have already shared a video how Shiva has shared a video how to drink water. Kindly check it out. Another thing, always carry a water bottle with you. If you're going to office, carry a water bottle with you always, and try to stick to steel bottle or glass bottle. Do not use copper bottle, because we need to use or we need to wash the copper bottle properly. If you're not washing the copper bottle properly, it may irritate the stomach or you may feel acidic symptoms, okay? Because copper has the tendency, and you get that nausea sensation, okay? The best way to drink copper water is copper vessel or copper utensil, but not the copper bottle. The best way to carry water is steel bottle or glass bottle, no plastic bottles. Next, and install the application, water application. It's going to remind you every hour without fail. I'm going to share this PDF in the group. Just install this app and keep the reminders every 1 hour so that you won't miss. Next, if you are a person who is doing desk job, always keep the water bottles with you. And these are my bottles. This is how I used to keep these bottles with me. Morning, I keep these bottles filled up and keep it at my desk. And throughout the day, whenever I see those bottles, okay, it reminds me that I need to drink water. So do that thing. Just do that thing. If you're a person who is a homemaker or who is staying at home, fill the bottles and keep at your place, which you know which use a lot, okay? Which in your room or in your kitchen, wherever is the place, just keep the bottles there so that you won't miss. Next, do not use plastic water bottles. Plastic water bottles are going to leach into your body, and it's going to leach plastic microplastics. It is very hard for our body to flush out, okay? Anyway, we are getting the microplastics through food, so better you avoid plastic bottles as much as possible. If it is an unavoidable situation, kindly use it, but most of the times kindly avoid that plastic bottles. It is not at all recommended to do it, okay? Next, how to prepare detox juice. Good question. So many of you are asking in the group and personally. So start with a small quantity. I have seen so many people are posting a big glass of juice. So start with a small quantity and it won't cause any problem for you. Start with a small quantity. And how to prepare? With regards to the ashgar juice, I'm saying, remove the peel, that green color peel, remove it, and remove the seeds, that brownish seeds or what are the creamy seeds, just remove those seeds. We are going to use that white color flesh part. What? White color flesh part. And how to cut the ash gourd. There is a big size ash gourd we have, and how to cut it and how to store it. My suggestion is, take a medium sized ash gourd, cut it into small pieces. You can see how I cut, like 2 pieces or 3 pieces. If you are one person, cut it into a small piece and cover it with a what we call a plate and keep it in a freezer. You can use it for the next day. And do not make it into juice form and keep it in a freezer. That's not the ideal way. The ideal way is cut it into a small piece, use that piece, and remaining portion just keep it in a freezer. This is the ideal way, okay? And do not drink those fibers. We want only the clear liquid. You can see how I'm drinking only the clear liquid. Do not remove, I mean, just simply remove those fibers, because most of the people are completely new to drinking these juices and water intake, then these all these things, right? So if you drink with fibers, you may feel nauseated, you get nausea sensation. So my sincere request for everyone is, kindly avoid drinking with fibers. Have only clear liquid. If you have a cotton cloth, filter it out. If you don't have a cotton cloth, just simply filter it with a normal mesh, tea filter out mesh. You can use that, okay? Next, I have shared a video in the group. If not, I'm going to share this PDF. Click on this video and watch the video so that you will understand how to prepare the ashgar juice. Now, green juice. You can see green juice. This is how it should look like. Okay, you need to use a minimal quantity of leaves: moringa, curry leaves, coriander, tulsi, mint, whatever is the available. Just follow the combinations. We have shared in the day two notes what combinations you can follow. Just follow those combinations and do not experiment, and don't simply complain after following this I'm getting acidity or I'm getting this, because you're not following the combinations. That is the reason you're getting, right? Follow the combinations and take that clear liquid only. Do not take the fibers. I'm repeating again, take the clear liquid, not the fibers. We don't want fibers. We want only the concoction of it. I have answered this. How to prepare? I have shared a video. You can just watch the video. You will understand how to prepare this. Simply taking off all the leaves, a handful, put it in a blender with a small quantity of water. That's it. Okay, just filter it out. You will understand. Now, what kind of precautions I need to follow? All the leaves should be washed properly with salt water, because these days so much of fertilizers are using with regards to the green leaves. So wash them properly. If you are preparing juice at 6 o'clock, 5 to 10 minutes before, keep all the leaves in a salt water, so that what are the fertilizer it has and what are the chemicals it has, it's going to be flushed out. Next, if you're using spinach, palak, you have to blanch it in a hot water, because if you're taking spinach directly, there may be a tendency to get the kidney stones, but not for everyone. For some of the people who are having calcium oxalates, it may create calcium oxalates and it's going to create kidney stones. Okay, it's a big science. So kindly blanch means, if you're preparing the juice, keep these leaves in a hot water for 1 minute, like not on a direct flame, just normally keeping them in a hot water, so that just blanching is the enough. Okay, and use minimal leaves with more water. Okay, that means a handful of leaves with a huge quantity of water. What people are doing, adding a whole bunch of leaves with a small quantity of water, and they are unable to drink that because of that strong flavor of the juice. And drink only the clear liquid, not the fibers. And start with a small quantity. Start with a 100 ml. 100 ml means, you can see a small quantity. I don't know, it's not visible. Small quantity, gradually you can increase up to 250 300 ml. That's not a problem once you habituated to that. And drink slowly and observe how it is, like entering into your body. Okay, do not be in a hurry. We are always be flight and fight mode. You have to be in a rest and digest mode and do the things. It won't cause any problem. Now, detox teas. How to prepare detox tea? Can I eat fennel seeds? Can I eat this? Can I do that? I'll explain clearly, just understand. Okay. Now, we have different types of teas, and people are bombarding with a lot of questions that I'm having multiple problems. What can I drink? What to do? What to take? You can take up to 2 to 3 different types of teas. How many? 2 to 3 different types of teas. And if you don't have all these fancy products, you can start with the ingredients which are available at your home. CCF, cumin, coriander, fennel. These are easily available in our homes. No, there is no need of any external, monetary is required in that, right? You can just simply start with them. And if you already have or purchased hibiscus or blue pea, any time of the day you can take it. There is no limitation. On empty stomach is better. After meal, it's better. Before meal, it's better. Mid meal, mid morning, it's better. Evening, better. Before sleep, better. There is no limitation, but start with a small quantity. As I mentioned, 50 to 100 ml. If you're comfortable drinking the tea, increase the quantity. So these are all my teas. Whatever the things we teach to you guys, we teach to the clients, we follow the things. We are always in a being state. Okay, so these are all our meal plates and our photos. And next, licorice tea. And if you're a person who is suffering with acidity, H pylori, and heartburn, this is the best tea to take: licorice and chamomile. And what is the best time to take chamomile? The best time to take chamomile tea is in the evening. When? Evening. And you can take it in the morning also. Before sleep also you can take, and it is going to be helpful for acidity and sleep, stress, anxiety. And the hibiscus has a different effect, blue pea has a different effect. Each and every tea has a some of the other benefits you can follow. Now, next, CCF. As I mentioned, these are easily available at our homes, right? Have CCFT. And some people are complaining, after taking CCFT, my problem has aggravated. So first of all, we are not giving any fancy products here. Dhania and coriander, these are all very easy, right? Because you're drinking in a huge quantities or in a wrong time, that could be a reason you're getting, but 99.99% it's completely safe. Start with a small quantity, a sip. If you're comfortable, increase the quantity. Next, turmeric and cardamom tea. If you're allergic or if you're getting cold or frequently, if you want to build your immunity, take this cardamom and coriander tea. And how to prepare all these teas? The preparation of all these teas is very easy. Boiling the hot water, switch off the flame, add these ingredients and let it be. With regards to the chamomile, with regards to the hibiscus, with regard to the blue pea, all these leaf teas, green tea. With regard to CCF, I'm going to share a video. With regard to cardamom and the turmeric tea, add a pinch of turmeric, and along with the 2 pots of cardamom. How much? A pinch of turmeric and 2 pots of cardamom. Crush the cardamom, add that turmeric powder and let it boil for 5 to 10 minutes till you get the concoction. Have that concoction and filter it out. Filter it out. Always have a clear liquid. Now, how to prepare licorice tea, we have a video. How to prepare CCF, we have a video. How to prepare chamomile tea, we have a video. The same applicable for all the teas, hibiscus, blue pea, whatever the teas you have, everything the same procedure. Procedure won't varies, the ingredients only varies. Understood? Now, there are some precautions to be followed. Start with a small quantity. As I mentioned, you can take up to 3 different types of teas in a day. As I mentioned, filter out the ingredients, have only clear liquid. And some people are asking, can I eat that dhania and jeera? Do not eat it. Have only the clear liquid and filter it out. Okay. If you want, you can dry them and powder it and use it for a masala kind of a thing. You can use it in a sabji. And if any tea is not suiting you, don't complain about the tea, change the tea. That means your body is completely different, because everyone is by individual. Myself, I'm different. Around 200 people are there in the group. 200 people is different. We are all by individual. Your father, your mother, you, your kids, everyone is by individual, right? We don't know which two suits you, which tea doesn't suit you. So change the pattern and always have sip by sip in a rest and digest mode, not in a fight mode. That means you should always sit in a calm and comfortable position and have sip by sip and enjoy the tea or what are the food you're eating. Okay. Next, if you're a person who is completely addicted to tea or coffee, you cannot stop it suddenly. Reduce the quantity gradually. Okay. For example, if you're taking 5 cups of tea in a day, reduce it to 3, then 2, then 1, then half, then remove it. And can I add can I add milk in a tea? So first of all, milk is an inflammatory product. It's completely adulterated and we don't recommend taking milk in it. Okay. And do not add sugar or jaggery in the detox teas. Don't do that. Don't do that mistake. Don't do that mistake. And some people are asking, can I add sweet tablets, sweet capsules, some artificial sweetness, stevia tablets, some monk fruit, erythanol? Don't do it. What's the point of having it? Right? So there is no point, there is no, getting the health back into track is very easy if you follow the basics. Okay. And switch to black tea and black coffee. There is a spelling mistake in an unavoidable cases. If you're really getting headache or if you're unable to hold, stick to black coffee and black tea. And so many people saying that I don't have these. If you have mentioned us before, start with what are the things available at your home. Okay, start with what are the things available at your home. Next, gap between the tea and juice and water and breakfast. Give a gap of 20 minutes each. Water, 15 to 20 minutes gap. Tea, 15 to 20 minutes gap or 30 minutes gap to juice, then breakfast. And if you're a person who is attending the yoga sessions, that's fine. Before 15 minutes of yoga, you can take water. After the yoga, you can start doing the things. Now, early dinner. There are so many questions with regards to the diet. I just want to clarify with regarding to this. Okay, be in the session, do not leave. Now, oatmeal. How to prepare oatmeal? I have shared a two videos. I'm going to present it one more time. You can add nuts and seeds. You can use rolled oats, or you can use steel cut oats, or you can use what are the things available at your home, or you can buy it, and these are easily available. Okay, have oatmeal. Okay, and even after eating oatmeal, if you're feeling hungry, give a gap and have fruit. Okay, a mono fruit. If not, you can have 2 different types of fruits. You can see these are all my meal plate photos. You can see I'm having lychees and jamun, and this is one combination and this is another combination. Some different combinations you can have. You can have these combinations, and Next, soup. I have shared a PDF in the group. You can see this is ragi, added a lot of veggies in it. They have made soup. You can have the soup. Okay. If you're not feeling full, give a gap and have a fruit. Okay. That's the ideal way to do it. Next. And if you're unable to do all these things, like I'm unable to eat fruits, I'm not gonna, it's not gonna feel full. I feel hungry even after having that. Have minimal quantity of rice with properly cooked dal, sabji, a protein. This is what a balanced meal. You can have it in the dinner also, but this is a last option if your family is not agreeing or you don't have any option. If you're in office, if you're eating outside, eggs are easily available, rice is easily available, salad is easily available. Stick to that. Do not eat biryani and this chole bhature, all this stuff. Okay, next, if you are a person who is going to office night shift, b shift, or unavoidable circumstances, have roti a minimal quantity with a properly cooked moong dal. What? Moong dal. Do not eat tur dal. Do not eat tur dal. Only have moong dal with jowar or bajra roti or ragi roti. No wheat at all. Okay. If it is an unavoidable circumstances, you can have whole wheat. But if you're a person who can afford or it is easily available, stick to jowar, bajra, and ragi roti because wheat has a gluten. Okay, gluten is, it's going to irritate our gut a lot. Okay, we are all so addicted to wheat because in our ancient days or around 20 to 15 to 20 years back, the gluten percentage in wheat is around 4 to 5 percentage. Now due to the commercialization, modernization, lot of gene breeding and all, it has reached to 12 percentage, which is alarming level. If you're eating for it for a prolonged period, we are getting the gut issues. Gut issues is nothing but acidity, this H. pylori infection, gut line damage, leaky gut. These are all because of wheat, excess consumption of wheat. I'm not blaming wheat. Wheat is good if you're taking it in a moderate quantities. Okay, switch to jowar bajra. Next, oatmeal preparation. I have shared two videos in the group, two different variations. You can prepare it either this or that. If you want to make it in a salty version or in a like oat like a porridge or upma, you can replace with oats with a regular dalia. Okay, regular wheat or regular millet. Okay, next. Options, as I mentioned, soups, steamed veggies, curd rice, eggs, oatmeal properly soaked with and cooked, minimal grains with lot of veggies. These are the options, and I will explain at the end the remaining things. Now, lunch. How to take a balanced lunch. People are complicating a lot. I will clarify in detail. Now, I have shared a playlist here. There are 6 different videos in that. You can see the combination, how we can eat and how we can prepare the things and all. You will understand. Just watch the videos so that you will understand clearly. It will be 1 minute videos each. Those are all my videos and I have recorded those. Next, this is how I eat in a day. These are all whole wheat. As I mentioned, unavoidable circumstances. I don't have any gut issues, so I'm having whole wheat. I have added flaxseed powder in it. Flaxseed powder in it, and I'm using coconut oil. You can see dal added a green leafy vegetable, and this is some vegetable added grated coconut, and I'm having salad. This is a light version you can have the same way. Another meal. You can see another version. This is another meal, whole wheat roti, sabji and dal and some protein. I'm a vegan, so I don't eat eggs. So you can see protein soaked, steamed, chickpea. With this, you will get a balanced meal, fibers, protein, fats, carbs. Very easy. Anyway, you're eating roti, anyway, you're eating rice. You can have moong dal. Instead of tur dal, have moong dal. Very safe to get. Have some salad, cucumber or steamed carrot or steamed salad, and add some protein, a little bit of protein. That will be enough. You can see here I have added millet with 4 cups of veggies, and you can see a balanced meal. With this, you won't feel hungry, and throughout the day you feel energetic and you don't get that sleepiness after food. Okay, for example, if you want to make like vegetable rice, you can see 1 cup of rice with 3 to 4 cups of veggies. You can make it in the easiest way, and you can add some tofu or paneer or mushrooms, some cashew nuts, fruit for protein. You can add some green pea, everything you can add it and dump it in it. Next, the other version, you can see. Next, the same easiest way. For everything, you need to have a balanced meal, salad. You can see this is a tofu burji. If you're a person who is a vegetarian, non-vegetarian, egg burji, paneer burji, you can have it. You can have minimal quantity of rice, some lettuce, some salad. As I mentioned, I have shared a videos. Just watch these videos. Now, how to have a balanced breakfast. Balanced breakfast, you can start with the fruits, two different types of fruits. You can have a smoothie with fruit, a smoothie with fruit. Next, oatmeal, you can have oatmeal, and I have added some fancy thing, chocolate powder, cacao powder. If you have, you can add it. If not, leave it. You can have it normally, the oatmeal. Next, two different types of fruits as I mentioned. And oatmeal, you can add some soaked nuts and seeds, some dates on top of it. As I mentioned, oatmeal with fruit. Okay, so some people are asking, you said that you need to avoid fruits with grains, but for most of the people, I'm saying oats and fruits are okay for most of the people. And if you're getting bloating sensation after that, avoid it. But try to avoid grains with fruit. Grains with fruit like roti and fruit, avoid it. Rice with fruit, avoid it. Like that, idli with fruits, avoid it. Dosa with fruit, avoid it. The combination is not good. Now, how to prepare smoothie? This question is running in all our minds, right? I will explain in an image format, just understand. Now, how much or how many nuts and seeds I need to take, and how many raisins and the dry fruits we need to say take. See, 5 to 10 almonds, 5 to 10 cashew nuts, 4 to 5 walnuts, 1 tablespoon each the nuts and seed if you have these. And if you have a flax seeds, 1 tablespoon of flax seeds. If you have a chia seeds, you can soak the chia seeds separately, and take 1 to 2 tablespoons of all the dry fruits, and you can have added dried blueberry, black raisins, and normal regular raisins. And I have soaked both of these overnight. If you are planning to have it in the morning, soak it overnight. Next, you can add a fruit along with it. You can add a banana, papaya, apple, you can add jamun, you can add whatever the fruit available with you at that point of time. Next, add all these ingredients, and you can add a little bit of water. This is ready. Okay, and you may ask a question, can I add milk? There is no need of milk. You have so many nuts and seeds. With this, you will get the milk out of it. Can I add jaggery and sugar? There is no need of a sugar. You have added raisins, dates, and fruit. You will get the natural sugar. I think I have answered this question. How to prepare? Soak the nuts, small quantities each. Blend it up and take it. That's it. And there are so many people are asking, can I use this soaked water? Okay, can I use this soaked nuts and seeds water? Don't do it. Just throw this water. Okay, don't be confused. Just throw this water and use fresh water to make the juice. And can I use this soaked raisin water? So for this, my answer is, before soaking these raisins, wash them properly, then you can use this water. Okay, with regards to the raisin water, you need to wash them properly. And what are the water you have used for soaking, you can use that water for the blending. Okay, next, how to add protein? Very simple. If you are a vegetarian, add take rice with dal, good quality of protein, good amino profile, complete amino profile. Okay, protein is nothing but amino acids, and you will get good amino acids. Next, eggs, complete protein, 100% is bioavailable. You can take up to 4 eggs in a day. Next, if you are comfortable taking paneer, we don't recommend paneer, but I'm saying you can take paneer, a good source of protein. Chickpea, a good source of protein. Fruits has good amount of protein. Okay, all the nuts and seeds has good amount of protein. Fruits, veggies has good amount of protein, but you need to take in a huge quantity. So see, in this meal plate, around 30 to 30 grams of protein is there. 4 eggs here, or sorry, 3 eggs, 2 egg omelette, 1 egg, 15 grams, dal 5 grams, and chickpea 10 grams. There and around 40 grams of protein, 30 to 40 grams. So you can take up to 60 to 70 grams of protein also. I'm not recommending, I'm just saying that's the safest side. And people may say that taking excess protein may cause uric acid levels. I may like, it's not very hard to digest. You can take the excess quantity of protein with a minimal quantity of grains. But what we do, we eat this much quantity of rice, 5 to 6 roti with small quantity of protein. That's where the problem starts. If you're eating good amount of protein, the minimal grains, it won't cause any problem. Any problem. Next, and I just wanted to mention one more thing. Kindly book the consultation call, everyone. Okay, and for the consultation call, we need the blood reports. Okay, the reason for asking is most of the people are having some or the other deficiencies, and to have an effective consultation call, we recommend you to get it. And if you don't have, because of our service unavailability, or if you're living in a village, that's okay. And if you're a person who is living in metro or who can afford, kindly get it done. And it's ultimately it's for your health, not for us, not for the sake of us. So better you get it checked recently, get recently taken the blood test. That will be beneficial for us to understand, because every 60 to 70 days our blood cells changes, like new cells will form. So all the things will changes, because we don't know within this month. For example, you have taken the blood reports last month, after that you have completely eaten junk and you're not following the things properly, obviously like you will be getting some other issues, right? The deficiencies will come. And some people are saying I'm taking supplementation, and if you're taking supplementation, you need to understand about your body whether the values are improved or you're simply taking the medication, right? So better you get it checked. And our team is going to help you. I'm going to share a form in the group. Fill the form, get the list, and book your consultation call. How to book the consultation call? I have shared this message. I have shared this message. Click on this link. Okay. After submitting the link, it's going to ask name, phone number, mail ID to call you and to get you the information, height, weight, your food habits. Okay. The call, the dietary habits, the problems, the medication. Submit everything so that we can have a effective consultation call. Now, can I stop a medication suddenly? Do not stop medication suddenly. There is a pattern to stop the medication. You need to taper it gradually. If you're stopping the medication suddenly, you feel withdrawal symptoms, and we don't want that to happen for you. Don't do that. Now, I'm a diabetic. I'm unable to follow the detox properly. If you're a diabetic, there is nothing fancy we are teaching here. Water, diabetic can take. Juice, diabetic can take. Tea, diabetic can take. The only thing which you are adding is fruits. Eating fruits won't raise your sugar levels. There is a misconception that eating fruits may cause your sugar level spike. If that's the case, add some nuts and seeds along with it to balance. Add some protein, extra protein along with it to balance. Okay, it won't cause any problem. It's completely safe. And according to my expertise and according to the knowledge which I have, most of the diabetics eat roti rice. This is far worse than fruits are far better. Okay, don't compare fruits are bad. I'm taking fruits may raise my sugar levels. Nothing is going to happen within this 4 to 5 days, and you're not going to do it for lifetime. During the detox you can follow. If you're having heart related issues, if you're a pregnant mother, if you're a lactating mother, if you are doing workouts, this detox is suitable for everyone. Next, I'm going to office, it's very difficult for me to follow. This is a simply excuse. You are simply giving excuse for yourself. Okay. Next, how to follow? Carry fruits along with you. Carry soaked nuts and seeds along with you. And I simply forgot drinking water. Keep the alarm. Keep the water bottles on your side and carry them with you. And carry some salad, cucumber slices. If you're eating outside, add some cucumber slices or steamed salad with you. That's very easy, right? Just do it. It's all about planning. If you're what tomorrow, if you want to eat something, plan today itself, tonight. What are the ingredients available? If you don't have, get it and order it and prepare the things. And like you need to have a clear cut structure so that there won't be a confusion and you won't be bombarded with the food items, what to eat, nothing. It's very simple. It's all about planning. 5 minutes a day, that's it. Okay. Next, most of the people, as I mentioned, the see today I have one of the person has sent this message in the group. I have seen, see, eating rice with roti and fruit. This is the worst combination you can have. Eating early dinner is good. I appreciate the person who has posted this photo. I appreciate sincerely. You are one of the person who has posted. I appreciate your efforts, but you're doing a mistake. Roti with rice, it's not good. You have to eat only rice or roti, not both. Don't do it. Next, fruit along with the grain. It's not at all good. Do not eat grain with fruit. It's not good. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. These are the things I wanted to address. And there are other questions people are asking, how to use Trifla. We have a session with regards to that. Kindly wait till that time. Next, how to use Epsom salt. We have a session for that. Wait. How to use enema. We have a session for that. Kindly wait till that point of time. How to use wet pack. We have a session for that. Next. So that's it. These are the questions I just wanted to address, and I think I have answered all the questions. Now it's time for general Q&A. I'm going to answer all your questions and clarify all your doubts, and I'm open for the Q&A. I'm gonna give 1 minute time. Just note down all your questions and dump it in the chat box. I'm gonna answer all your queries.
Okay, I ate oats and banana in dinner. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Not an issue. Oats you can have. Can we take coconut oil 2 spoons in the morning? You can have sabri agni. You can start with a 1 spoon. Okay. Do not overdo the things. Okay. Start with a 1 spoon. Don't overdo it. Overdo it. Okay. Yeah. Chilla of oats. Yes, you can take chilla of oats. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. You can have. So, as in the past 2 days, what could be the my acidity has aggravated in past 2 days? What can be the reason? So there could be multiple reasons for that: stress, lifestyle. Maybe you have suddenly started shifting your dietary pattern, right? Maybe some are the other things which were not suiting you. That could be the reason. But don't worry. Gradually it'll be all right. Okay. Can I? I have acidity. Can I have tomatoes in all the curries? So I don't recommend you to take tomatoes. Okay, it is completely out of the blue, right? With regard to the acidity, we don't recommend. Can I have oats, chila? Yes, I answered this question. Now, Deepak Thakkar, you can have, sir. Can we have oats in breakfast? Yes, you can have. I have headache and feeling more hungry. So, Kirti, first of all, people who are doing the detox, headache is one of the symptom. If you're feeling hungry, you can have food. You can have food. No one is stopping you to eat food, right? Purchase of chia seeds and flax seeds, when to use and how to use. So don't worry. Simply, you can use 1 teaspoon of chia seeds and 1 teaspoon of flax seeds. Just simply add it in a smoothie or add it in a oatmeal. You can soak them or you can blend them and you can use it in a smoothie. Okay. Have acidity. Okay, I have answered this question. In CCF, I have aswen instead of coriander seeds. Is it okay? So first of all, stick to that recipe. Stick to that recipe. If you stick to that recipe, that will be better. Okay. If you're changing the pattern of eating, like somewhere or the other, uh, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help, and I don't recommend you guys to do it. Okay. So better stick to the regimen as it is. As it is. Oh, aloe vera juice when and how to use. So with regards to the aloe vera juice, we have not recommended. You can take it on empty stomach, like unlike the same detox ashgod juice, the same way you can take aloe vera juice. But in case of aloe vera, you have to take 15 to 20 ml. If it is a store bought or pre-packed aloe vera, you have to take 10 to 15 ml, mix it up in a glass of water and just have it as the detox juice. That's it. Okay. What are the best detox tea and juices for anxiety and stress? So, with regards to the juice, there is no such thing, but with regards to the tea, you can have chamomile tea. Chamomile, and you can have magnesium. And we have a session about magnesium, you will understand. Okay? Yeah. And I have buy raw seeds. What is this raw seeds, Sagar? I didn't understand. What is that raw seeds? Uh, for smoothie, should we peel the outer covering of apple? So, Kirti, let me tell you one thing with regard into the outer peel. So, you know, right, how the apples are going to be stored, right? How apples are stored, they'll be applying a over coating layer of a wax, right? Shiny white color layer, wax layer. If you're not removing the peel or if you're not cleaning the peel properly, that wax will go into your body, right? So my suggestion would be peel it off. If not, wash it off properly, okay, and clean the outer layer of this apple properly. And for some people, taking peel may cause acidity. Apple peel may cause acidity. Okay, can we roast nuts and seeds instead of soaking? So first of all, the reason for soaking nuts is it has anti-nutrients. It has anti-nutrients. Okay, you know, every nut and every seed has an anti-nutrients. Okay, when you're soaking, the anti-nutrients will break down so that it is very easy to digest. That is the intention to soak. Okay, it's not for the kind of a taste. Occasionally you can have a salted roasted nuts, but every day in daily consumption, better way to take it is soaked format. And yeah, that's the best way. And don't take it Sandeep, okay, till you reverse your issues. At least so use soaking, it won't cause much problem for you, right? Have soaked nuts. I buy raw seeds and raw flax seeds, need to soak them. Sagar, if you're taking it in a form of smoothie, you can soak it. If you're not taking it in a form of smoothies, you can just simply add it in the sabji. Flax seeds, you can add it in the sabji, but chia seeds, you can just simply soak it in the water and have that chia seed water. Okay? Smoothie answered. Coconut oil don't increase the cholesterol. First of all, sabri, it won't increase, don't worry. For smoothie, should we peel? I think answer this question, Kirti. For smoothie, should we peel? Arey Baba, three times you asked the same question. So, Amit Khade, I have shared the recordings, sir. I have shared the recordings of the yoga session. I have shared a playlist of videos. There are around 14 videos. The same 14 sessions, the instructor is going to repeat it in some or the other way with a little bit of a modification. That is the reason we have uploaded the videos and shared it in the group. You can just practice by using those, okay? Okay, okay. I'm taking chamomile tea in the night, got stomachache late night, couldn't sleep. Any reason for boil it for 5 minutes? So first of all, anything if you're starting it suddenly, body will resist because anything if you're taking, it's completely a foreign particle for the body. Body obviously will resist. So that is the reason what we suggest is start slowly rather than jumping and rather than doing here and there things. Just start slowly, okay? Start slowly. If you're starting slowly, nothing is gonna happen, right? Start slowly. That's what my suggestion would be for you. Okay. Okay, I'm having breakfast 2 hours before I'm feeling hungry now. So it's not breakfast, it's dinner. Keith, don't. Okay, you're from US. I think yours US, right? Yeah, no issue. So you can have your regular breakfast. Okay. So people who are saying that I'm having early dinner or early breakfast. After that, I feel hungry. In case of early dinner, you can have some nuts and sorry, you can have a little bit of a fruit or you can have some water. Okay, it'll control your hunger because we used to have that pattern of eating late nights, right? Suddenly if you change the pattern of eating, obviously body will resist. And your mind, it's all about mind game, that's it. If you can able to resist really for 2 to 3 days, you can do wonders with regards to the health. I'm literally saying I eat one meal a day and Shiva also eat one meal a day. Maximum we eat 2 meals. In very rare cases, maximum one meal a day. We don't feel hungry. I keep on speaking with the people. I keep on taking the consultation call. Keep on repeating the answering the questions. It's all about how well you train your body. That's it. Okay. I take brunch and dinner, no lunch. How to manage? So just follow the same routine. Just follow the same routine. What's the point of complaining here? You can just follow the routine, but make sure you're adding more of a balanced lunch, balanced dinner, or balanced brunch. Add a good amount of protein and fiber and carbs. Okay. Can I eat banana fruit? How much in a day? There is no restriction. There is no restriction. You can have as much as. So first of all, eating fruits does not mean you have to restrict yourself in by eating. You can have as much as the quantity. There is no limitation and there is no restriction at all. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. Can we have chia seed water? Yep, you can have chia seed water. It's completely fine and cool. You can have chia seed water. Yes. Wait, wait, for acidity, tell me the best detox juice. So, first of all the detox juices which we have given is going to work for acidity. Okay, just follow taking those routine. I mean, those detox teas. You can have ash god. You can take aloe vera. Aloe vera works well. Ash god works well. Green juice also works well. You can take whichever is best, easy, suitable for you. You can have that. Okay. I can't digest with so many replacement for that. Yeah. First of all, if any food is not suiting you, you can switch to the other alternatives. I don't know like what other alternative suits you properly. It's all about testing and trying. Okay, you have to test for one day, half a half, I mean in a afternoon meal, just have a small quantity. If it is really not causing any harm, then you are good to go. Okay, you're good to go, and you can just start inculcating the things into your routine. That's completely cool. Okay, no issues, just start doing that way of eating. People say skipping breakfast or lunch leads to disease when we don't feel hungry. Is it necessary to follow the time? First of all, everybody has an opinion with when it comes to the nutrition. No one knows what exactly suits for a person. Okay, if that is the case, why these many hospitals, or why these many nutritionists, or why these many things are there, right? Everybody is by individual. Do whatever the thing suits you. That's it. That's the only mantra. But make sure you're following the basics of a nutrition, and stick to the pattern which is suiting you, and do not never ever compare with the other person. This guy is eating 10 times a day, he's not having any problem. I'm eating only 1 meal a day, why I'm having problem? It depends upon the genes and depends upon the body, right? So don't worry, it'll be all right. Okay. So you can have your breakfast or you can skip your breakfast, but depending upon the kind of pattern you have created since ages. Okay. For smoothies, how much we should be the quantity of fruit? So Purvi, there is no such restriction, madam. You can have as much as the quantity, as much as like depending upon your hunger. Okay, you don't prepare a huge quantity and store it in a freeze and have it the other day. Start with a small quantity. If it is over, that's okay. You can feel hungry. I mean, you feel a little bit of unaccomplished or incomplete breakfast. That's fine. Okay, you can have your lunch a bit earlier. That will be better. That will be better. Okay, bloating happens and burp happens, then what should I do? So when bloating happens, burp happens, there could be multiple reasons. If whenever you're eating food, when the food is not breaking down properly, it is going to expel the gas. When the gas is expelled, it has to come out of your mouth. We call it as a burp. When it is like even if you are burping, if it is producing excess, if it's got stuck in your intestines or in your stomach, we call it as bloating. Okay, balloon belly, I can say balloon belly. Okay, as those are milk products, obviously, if it is a milk product, you have to avoid. Can I use walnuts? Yeah, you have to soak the walnuts too. You have to soak the walnuts too. First smoothies answered. Can I take buttermilk and curd with a lunch and dinner? Good question. So why we Indians love curd? I don't know. You can have, you can have, you can have. So literally, I'm saying I'm a vegan. It's been I think ages. I didn't had a not even a single drop of curd or like buttermilk or something. But I don't. It won't cause any problem for me. It's all about hydrating yourself and not eating what we call heat causing foods. That's the only mantra with regards to the health. Okay, you should not eat heat causing foods for the body. That's it. If you're doing that, body will love you and body will give you enough respect. Okay, by not troubling causing any trouble. Okay, so when to take chia seed water, you can take it on empty stomach. That'll be fine. We have to add water in smoothies or not? You can add water. That's what I said. Na, you can add a little bit of quantity depending upon depending upon your thickness. If you want your smoothie to be so thick or like by like a micro particle size, add a little bit of quantity. If you want your smoothie to be completely waterish, like how we prepare what we call dosa batter or idli batter, the same way, add as much as the quantity required based on your comfort. Okay. Okay. I think I have answered most of the questions. If any question which I missed, you can ask it in our activity group. And meanwhile, there are other questions here. What are the heat causing foods in specific in general? So first of all, good question, Radha Chavan. Specific in general, all the fast foods, all the oily foods. Okay, these are all inflammatory foods or heat causing foods. Okay, if you're eating excess grains like 3 times a day, rice roti, this is an excess grain and I mean heat causing foods. Okay, these are all. In video you showed that made a mixture of some flax seeds and other ingredients. Can you tell me the other ones, sir? What exactly the video, Anusha? What exactly flax seeds, chia seeds? What I have added, some black seeds and other ingredients. Can you please me? Okay, no issues, Madhvi. I will share a video. Okay, I'll share a video, dear. You can just watch it in the group. Okay. When I have banana, I get a kind of heartburn at night. So if banana is not suiting you, just you can switch to the other alternative. What's the point here, right? I didn't get any confirmation of the Sabandita consulate from tried Sabandita form multiple times. Santanu Nandi, don't worry. I will create a poll. I will share the link and you can book the call. Okay, still we have the time to have a consultation call. Don't worry. Okay, we will take care of the stress. I have high cholesterol. Can I have nuts and seeds? If you have a high cholesterol, nothing is going to happen to you. You are going to be fine even after taking nuts and seeds. By taking the nuts and seeds, good quality saturated fats will improve in the body. It won't cause any problem. Okay, when you're eating like bad fats like fried foods, deep fried foods, and all these sunflower, packaged freedom refined sunflower oil, Saffola gold oil, when you're using these kind of oils, that's when the problem starts, the real problem starts. Okay, if you're eating the nuts and seeds, if you're doing the things, these are all good quality fats. When these good quality fats are there, nothing is gonna happen. Okay. Okay. Tamil Selvan, I have answered this question. Flax, you can soak flax seeds and chia seeds in the same bowl. No issues, brother. No issues. Okay. I also can't eat much sugary foods like fruits, nuts. I feel like needed salt in the morning just to get energy. What can I have in a breakfast? The situation. Oh, what's the question? I also can't eat much sugary foods like fruits and nuts. I also feel like salt in the morning to get energy. What kind of breakfast? You can add oat upma. You can add oat upma if that is the case. Okay, instead of oatmeal, you can make oat upma. That's the easiest way. You can have soup. Okay. Mm, Shraddha Chani. Mm-hmm. Sir, can I have 2 glasses of water something during my 1 hour routine? Yes, you can have 2 glasses. There is no issue with that. Can I have sprouts as a salad? So, good question. So, first of all, eating sprouts is good, very good. I appreciate. But sprouts is not for everyone. If you're eating raw sprouts, it's gonna cause you bloating and it's gonna create a lot of havoc in the body. The best way to eat sprouts is by steaming. Steaming is the best way to have sprouts. Okay, steam the sprouts, and any salad should be steamed except cucumbers. What? Except cucumbers, everything should be steamed. Okay. What about yogurt? You can take it. Yes, you can take it, Mr. Bharat Venkateshan. If I get burning sensation after eating banana, so can I continue eating banana? You can stop taking banana and you can switch to the other alternatives. When you prepared oatmeal, mixed flax seeds and other nuts and ingredients to grind it. What was that? So I have mixed flax seeds and chia seeds. Chia seeds and flax seeds, I have taken one spoon. I have blended and I have added into the oatmeal or the smoothie, what other thing you call. I do Dhoti Kriya daily in the morning. First thing, do it 2018, keeping me fresh. Can I do morning yoga? So, first of all, if you're doing your practice, no need to attend the yoga session. Okay. You are already a disciplined person, right? So, for the disciplined person, there is no need of attending the sessions again and doing the things. Okay. It is for the people who are lazy or who are not even into the practice of yoga or some or the other physical activity. For them, we are giving. If you want, you can attend. If you don't have time, that's okay. Leave it. Okay. Yep. I have just I have booked the blood test and urine test tomorrow, but I got my period today, so can I have that blood test tomorrow? So Purvi, first of all, even if you're in your period, so the only thing happens when a female is in periods is one thing, the iron levels may fluctuate. Okay, because of a loss, iron levels may fluctuate. That test and hormones test, anyway you are not doing the hormones test, remaining all the tests will be same, and I don't think so it won't be a major problem. Okay, but if you want, you can cancel that and you can just postpone to the next day or some other day na. What's the point of take giving the blood sample in a doubtful way? I don't encourage. So you can shift it to the other day, after 3 days or 5 days. Once you're done with that, you'll be in a good state to give the blood, right? I feel very hungry, so only smoothie, fruits, nuts in breakfast will not be sufficient. Any other alternatives? So, Pooja, you know what's your concern here? You have an issue with your mindset, or you have issue with your brain is like giving you the false alarm. Yeah, that fruits are not like these are not sufficient. Nuts are not sufficient. You're already giving the signal to the universe that I'm hungry. Give me more food, right? So it's not the way, Pooja. It's very easy to follow. Okay, in case of fruits you can have as much as the fruits, there is no restriction. In case of smoothie you can have a big glass of smoothie. In case of a nuts you can add more of a nuts and seeds. Okay, so just it's an excuse, or it's a kind of I can say excuse. Okay, start with the one day. If you cannot resist, or if it is not happening with you, then we can think about the other alternatives. Okay, yeah, I don't think so, it's not a major deal. Okay. Hi Dhanush, as discussed with you, I will be taking my. Don't worry, Miss Deepthi Maya. We had a consultation call, right? We had around 4 minutes conversation. Don't worry. I booked. You didn't have answered this question, Shraddha Jani. You, what should I eat for omega 3 fatty acid? I have a gastritis, acid reflux issue. Thanks. So, Shraddha Jani, you are a vegetarian or non-vegetarian? What exactly? Let me know. Based on that, we'll be helping you out. I didn't know. Mhm. Okay, so you're a vegetarian. So the best way to get omega 3 is flax seeds and walnuts, and you can have a little bit of chia seeds. Add these things, okay? The technician said it can only be done for after 3 to 5 when the detox session will blah 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 blah. No issues, Purvi. No issues. We'll be helping you too. Yeah. Okay. You're an exceptional case, right? People like you, we don't simply say that we are not going to take the calls. We are not that restrictive here, because the reason for being restrictive in certain cases, people take it as a lenience, and people don't value the other person time. Na, they simply think that I have paid the money, so I have all the rights to ask what are the thing I have in my mind. That's not the case now. So that is the reason I may be a bit, it's not rude, a bit aggressive sometimes. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So don't worry, Purvi. We will be taking the call and we will be helping you. Don't worry, dear. Okay. Yeah, you can book the call after 5 days. Don't worry. Yeah. Can we have chila and fruits for dinner? Yes, you can have, sir. You can have. So, chila made with oats. As I mentioned, for some people it won't cause any problem. Most of the people, for certain people, it may cause a little bit of a problem. Make sure your what we call checking. I mean, eating small quantity of fruits before doing. If not, at least give a gap. Have fruits. Give a gap of 1 hour. Have your chila with lot of veggies. Have fun. Okay, that's the best and easiest way to do it. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, see you all. See you all in the group. Good night, everyone. See you all. Any other questions? Just drop here, and I'm going to open our WhatsApp group. We can have fun there. Meanwhile, I'm gonna share all the resources. Don't ask me for the resources, Danush notes, Danush recording. Don't do that. I will be doing my duty, but there will be a bit delay, okay? Because people are not seeing the messages. They'll be busy with the stuff in the whole household things, right? I will be sharing all the things which were supposed to be shared. Okay, don't worry. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, and it was a very informative session. Thank you so much. I really appreciate Team Heelys, especially Dhanusha. Thank you so much, Deepthi Maya. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are here to help you. We are here, here to help you. Okay. I will recommend. Yeah, thank you so much, Nabrata. Thank you so much, Nabrata. Thank you so much for that kind words. So yeah, thank you. We use cold pressed groundnut oil for cooking. So Purvi, yesterday I have sent a big message in the group, right? Just check that. Just read that message. Just go to the group and check the message. You will understand. Okay. Groundnut oil is okay, but if you are eating at a higher temperature, the smoke point will be very less. Okay, it's gonna create saturated fat. I mean, like it's gonna create some of the other issues. Okay, that's the reason. Best way is stick to the options which we have given rather than doing here and there the things. Okay. Yes, Ravindraji, what's your question, sir? What's your question? I'm waiting for my answer for the reply. Let me check. Ravi. Okay, dairy products are considered to be triggering of acid reflux. How can I use it as a protein? Good question. So for most of the people, dairy products causes inflammation. That is true. But you can have curd, you can have yogurt. By taking curd and yogurt, it won't cause any problem. If you're taking directly the milk, it may cause problem. And if you're taking it in a fermented form like curd or yogurt or buttermilk, it is going to lose its ability to create the inflammation in the body. But and we don't recommend taking milk and milk related products in heal easy, but on exceptional cases you can have it. Okay, I think I have answered this question. You can have yogurt, you can have curd, you can have buttermilk, and if paneer is not causing any issues for you, just you can have paneer too. You can have paneer too. You can have paneer. Okay. Viral violin. Instead of you can use trifla per tablet. Yeah. How about rice bran oil? Raja Ramesh Pitla. The same question, the same answer for you, sir. Okay. I don't recommend that also. I don't recommend that also. We recommend only the coconut oil, if not sesame, if not mustard. Other than that, I don't recommend anything. If you're going other than that, you can just simply stick to what are the things you wanted. Okay. But we don't recommend in Heal Easy. Rice bran is a big marketing gimmick. Okay, always choose a cold, unfiltered oils only. If you are using filtered oils or refined oils, it's not good. It's not good. I was out in the evening. Should I eat dinner or not? You can have dinner, madam. What's the point of stopping dinner and being in a hungry state? You can have what? I mean, food, na? You can have food. You can have food. You can have food. For B12 deficiency, what is the recommended food? Become 10 years vegetarian, blah. Okay. Murali, you're a vegetarian. I'm a vegan, bro. Okay, I'm a vegan. So the only way for a vegetarians and non-vegetarians is taking the supplements. That's it. Okay. So there is no bad in taking supplementation. Just you can take it. Okay. Just inculcate good amount of supplements into your routine. It'll be all right. Okay. Yep. Shiva said that take boiled chicken and fish for protein. Is it okay to take during? So, what are the things Shiva has taught us in the session? Is just to give how I can say an idea about food and what exactly the kind of mistakes we are doing, what exactly we need to follow so that we will be coming out of all these issues. His intention is giving you the knowledge so that you will be aware of all the things. During the detox, we don't recommend you to take, okay? After the detox, yes, you can have, but during the detox, I don't recommend you to take, okay? I don't recommend you to take it. Don't take it. Don't take it. Don't take it.